Live from Ittner Architects, this is a special edition of the Kilcoyne Show, Issues in Education.
One thing I wanted to touch base on, I have a sister-in-law who has been an educator for 30-something years. She's in the state of New York, obviously a whole different set of rules. But one thing I see her talking about a lot is standardized testing, where a lot of educators are on board with it, many are not. The future of some school districts relies on standardized testing, and I'd love to get your opinions on that.
It goes back to the No Child Left Behind Act of 2001, and we at that point decided we were going to test students in basically math and language arts, English types of exams. There began to be penalties set up in the system where that if you didn't consistently show growth and improvement in your test scores in those two subjects only, then you would get penalties in your school district. You would have to offer to send your kids to a different district. You would have to offer outside tutoring to a private company. Eventually, you would have to fire your principal. All that was prescripted in the law back then. So what happened is that schools would redirect the resources. They were saying if it's the only thing that matters is what's tested. So they would redirect the resources to math and to the language arts, and they would leave everything else alone. So we saw the death of vocational trades. We saw the death of creativity and arts and music. We saw those things being cut in order to redirect those dollars toward more math teachers and more language arts teachers. That really, in my view, hurts our schools. The things that kids are interested a lot of times are the things that are beyond just the core curriculum of math and language arts. So that really hurt us, driven all by a federal law that had punitive measures in it if you didn't jump the hurdle, so to speak. And so we've seen that almost come full circle now, and you're starting to see parents push back on standardized assessing by simply saying, my child is more than a test score on one day of a given school year, and they are.
What is important to parents and to a high-quality education, it's not how well my kid did on a standardized test one day in April, and the test changes. It's changed a couple times in the last few years in Missouri. It's going to change again. It needs to be a standardized test, yes. Do we test too much? Probably so. And when you look at our graduation rates in Missouri, we're at the highest rate we've ever been before. And I think that's important to parents.
What's a good number? What's a good graduation rate?
We are at 87.3% graduation rate right now. That's the highest in the history of this state.